All right, today we're going to be looking at arcs and sectors, and our goal is to be able to find the length of the arc and the area of a sector of a circle, and we're going to try to use them to solve problems. So the first thing we're going to look at are central angles and arc measures. For this example here, they're going to ask you to find the measure of an arc. So we're looking around the circle. Okay, so this would be the arc right here. The first one they want to know, what's the measure of AB? So I don't know, what is the measure from here to here? In order to find it, we are looking for the central angle at our vertex. So from here, I have a center P with two rays coming out. They go ahead, form a 95-degree angle. So that would be the length of the arc, or the measure of the arc there. If I wanted to find a CB, so going around the other way, we know that a circle has 360 degrees. So to do that, it would be 360 minus 95, and that would give me the measure for ACB. So when I go down here for the example one, try it. For A, they just want to know what is XZ. So if I go from X to Z, we go ahead and we have the central angle is 115 degrees. So my measure X to Z is going to equal 115 degrees. On the other hand, if I want XYZ, so I'm going from X to Y to Z around the long way, we are going to go 360 minus 115. And when we do that, we're going to get, what's that going to be, 245 degrees. So the measure of XYZ is going to equal 245 degrees. Okay, so that's it for example one. Example two, we're actually looking for like the measurement. So not the degree, we want the actual length. And here in example two, they walk you through the whole thing. They talk about proportions, circumference, all that great stuff. You can go ahead and read it on your own. I'm going to jump straight to the try it. And on the try it, they give us two formulas here to work with. So if we are looking for the measure of an arc, we're going to use one of these two formulas right here. So these are for arc measures if I want the length. Okay. Up top, it's S equals N over 360 degrees multiplied by 2 pi r. So this is when they give you degrees in the problem. So if I look at 2a, read through it, they give me a circle with a radius 4. They want to know what is the length of the arc that has a measure of 80 degrees. So for A, I'm using this formula right here. We go ahead and plug in all the information. N is going to be my degree measure. So we have 80 divided by 360. I'm multiplying by 2 pi and then a radius of 4. Okay, from there it's all calculator driven. You can just type it straight in. So we have 80 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 4. And it's going to give me about 5 point, they want it to the nearest tenth, so it's going to be 5.6. Okay, that would be your answer for A. For B, they switched it up a little bit. So it says in a circle with a radius 6, they want to know what is the length of an arc that has a measure of pi radians. And again, they want your answer rounded to the nearest tenth. Well, for this one, since they went ahead and said that we are in radians, we're going to use this bottom formula. So we go ahead, type in pi, because that was our angle measure, and then we're multiplying by the radius 6. Again, they want to the nearest tenth, so that's going to get me to 18.8. Okay, this concept box right here, they go into a little more detail, talking about degrees and radians, but there's your formulas again. Example 3, they want to know what is the length of AD. So from A to D, if I walk around, I want to know what is the length. Here I look at what they give me for that circle. They go ahead and give me degrees. So the first thing I need to find is what is this angle measure right here. So for a circle, I know we have 360 degrees, so I'm going to go 360, and I'm going to subtract off the other angles they gave me. So we got 360 minus 104 minus 43 minus 73. It's going to give me 140 degrees. Okay, so that is the angle I'm working with here. From there, figure out the formula we're going to use. Since they give us degrees, it's going to be the n over 360 times 2 pi r. And then we're just plugging in. So we got 140 over 360 times 2 times pi. And then the radius in this problem is 4. Okay. Here, they want us to leave it in terms of pi. So that means we're going to multiply everything out except the pi. So doing that, multiplying across the top, it's 140 times 2 times 4. And then we are dividing by the 360 that is down below. So it's going to give me this decimal 3.11 going on for forever. Typically, when we leave in terms of pi, we just want to have a fraction instead. So to get that fraction, I'm going to get math, frac, enter. And it gives me a fraction of 28/9. So our answer for that arc length is going to be 28/9 pi. And then you can go ahead and attempt to try it on your own.